and welcome to On the Patio with Mr. D. Hey, today I have finally pulled the trigger on a product I've been looking at for a long time. And the only reason I didn't buy this thing before, guys, is purely the cost. I just couldn't justify the cost. But I've had my old kayak cart now for 5 years. It's a cheap Amazon cart, but it served me well. It had, you know, air tires and all that kind of stuff, so that was also a pain in the butt a lot. I always end up looking at the same cart every single time when I start the thought of replacing or upgrading my cart again, and that is the CTUG by Railblaza. Well, guys, I finally pulled the trigger on this bad boy, and today we're going to open it up and take a look and see how it goes together and all that kind of stuff. Now, I've watched a lot of videos on that. I guess the straps system is the most difficult of the entire setup, but I'm going to find out. We're going to look at that. So, hey, we'll be back in a bit. All right, guys, so let's find out what comes in this cart system. I didn't bring my knife, duh. That's right, I got it right here. All right, so let's take a look and see what comes in this thing. All right, I see the two pads here. All right. So we'll set these off for right now. Got the two pads. Now notice that it has a flat section right here. That plays an integral part of the installation of this pad, and we'll talk about that later. Okay, the next thing are the two cross members. Okay, we'll lay these off to the side right now. The kickstand, now I heard a lot about this kickstand, guys, and it's my understanding it is twisty wobbly, and the one thing I've noticed right away is how easily that slide, and it's because they have a plastic washer in here. So I've heard a lot of people cranking this stuff down, and it just, what it does is causes premature collapse. So I think if it had a little bit more resistance in here, it might work out better, but I'm going to find that out later. And the next thing is the wheels, of course. Now, I didn't go with the sand track wheels. My terrain doesn't really support that, and here in Florida, the terrain here in Florida is pretty tough. Now, the sand tracks would be great for sand. I don't have a lot of sand. I have a lot of rocks and trees and alligators biting on wheels and stuff like that. So I've opted for the standard wheels on this. Now, it is a rubber system here, but there's no air to have to worry about, and that's what I had in my old kayak. So pull the wheels out. And then the last thing, which I heard is the hardest part of this entire assembly, is the strap assembly. So we're going to find that out. Let's get the box out of the way. It does come with the instructions and everything. Now, I recommend that you watch the video on the strap mounting system. I've done that, and I think I'm going to be okay with it, but we're going to find out. So first thing I want to do is to go ahead and assemble the cross beams, and I don't really know that much about this thing. This is my first time messing with it, so let's find out. The way I understand, you take your kickstand, push it through, and it has a little button right here. You can see here and see here. It has a little button, and then there's a button mount right here in the frame, on both frames. So I guess it really doesn't matter which one you use. So I'm going to go in here like that. I've just pushed it through is all I've done, and line it up with that little recess for that pin, and the kickstand is in. Now, the one thing that confused me is what holds this together. And I did find out that right here on both sides is what connects everything together on the frame. So let's go ahead and put the frame on. Just take these two pieces like that, and you can see right here and right here feeds into these recesses. So set it on the table like this and push down, Now that frame is locked into place and it is going nowhere. Okay? You see the side stand is there. Now, to install the pads is actually simple. You take the flat section right here, move it in, you feel the flat section, and all you have to do is just push. Take the flat section, you'll feel it take hold, and just push. That's done. Now the wheels, they've got this clip system right here. Just open that up. Make sure the mag portion of the wheel is facing out because it's hollow on the inside. Insert, lock, and wait for the snap. That wheel's on. Do the other wheel, same thing. Make sure the mag portion is out. Insert, wait for the click. And guys, the cart portion of this is actually assembled. It's 100% assembled. It didn't take but a couple of minutes to knock this thing out. Again, I'm worried about this right here. If I push, see how easy that collapses? It's just, there's no friction to hold that in place. And if you're putting a heavy kayak on it, now I'll be putting a 52 pounder on mine, which is not really that heavy, but when I go to I don't want this to happen with the boat. Look. So that's the only weakness I can see in here. Okay. So that takes care of the setup of the cart itself. Now comes what everybody is telling me is the hardest part. And that's getting the buckle straps done. They supply you with the buckle, and it's a cam lock system right here with the webbing. And then the other one is just a straight piece with nothing attached to it. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, is go ahead and thread this out. Now, on this buckle, you can see these serrated teeth right here. My understanding is that you, with the logo side up, insert it here, like this. Then go down through here, so you end up with that system right here. Okay, easy enough, right? Now, I'm going to do two of these at once. Again, same thing, pointing this direction. You're going to go up through the teeth section, down through here like this, and there you go. Okay. Now we go ahead and set up and put it on the cart itself. So on your strap system, this has got the cam buckle right here. What you do is you go underneath like this, go up through. Now, what I want you to do is go ahead and make a big loop right here. Okay? Then on this side, feed it through like this, through the same section you put it through before, then loop it and go down through the one with the teeth. Okay, you can see it here. Now you can adjust this thing wherever you want it. What I'm going to do is move it up a little bit. Now it is locked into place right now. You can see I am pulling. It's not going anywhere. Now for adjustment purposes, if you want to get more into it, you want to raise this up more, you just basically pull this section here, then take this section and pull it, hold it with your fingers, and that's for setting it up for your particular kayak. All right, doing the same process on this side, go up underneath like that, do exactly the same thing. Put a loop here, I grab both pieces and kind of push, and there it is. Now take this section, push it through where you put the thing before, pull that a little bit. Now go underneath and through the one with the teeth. And again, just adjust this where you want it. And then once it's set, it's set. So now, guys, the CTUG is ready. Now, when you first take it out to launch, you're going to have to adjust these straps to fit your particular craft. And basically, all you do for that is to move this and pull it up. And making sure that this, you gather up your excess webbing. Now once you got it where you want it, now pull the whole assembly with it. And there you go. It's going nowhere. Now to work with the cam lock buckle, it's simple. Just go, when you're at the site, go underneath like this, insert it, and trust me guys, it's going nowhere. Well guys, that kind of wraps up the setup of the CTUG cart. Like I said, I did see one little problem, and I just don't like the way the kickstand is not really stiff enough to maintain its position, and I can see it collapsing out on locations. Right now there is so much slide with that thing, I just don't see it making the cut. Other than that, the cart is 100% the bomb. Definitely what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting the kickstand to kick out that easy. So tomorrow morning, it was going to be this morning, but because of humidity and all that kind of stuff that hit early this morning, I decided not to go out. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to go out. They got a cold front coming down here into Florida, thank goodness. Anyway, we're going to go out and test this cart, and I'm going to be using the Advanced Elements Expedition Elite, because that's a heavy boat. And I'll be using that to test out the CTUG and see how it operates. So, hey, we'll see you out on location.